Have you ever wanted something so badly only to realize it's beyond your reach? Picture a lush vineyard, bathed in golden sunlight. In this vibrant haven, a clever fox made his home. Known for his cunning, he was a character of wit and determination. One bright day, his keen eyes spotted a cluster of grapes. They hung high above, plump and inviting, their tantalizing allure mirrored in the fox's eager gaze. The fox, bewitched by the sight, made his move. He leapt, he stretched, he strained every muscle in his lithe body, yearning for the succulent prize. Each leap was a ballet of desire, each stretch a testament to his longing. But despite his fervor, despite his agility, the grapes remained just out of his grasp. Each attempt was met with the harsh reality of his limitations. And so, despite his best efforts, the grapes remained just out of reach. Undeterred, the fox persisted, each attempt met with failure. Time and time again he leapt, stretching his body to its limits, his eyes focused solely on the tantalizing prize that hung just out of reach. His cunning mind was set ablaze, trying to devise a new strategy, a new approach that would finally bring him victory. Yet, despite his relentless determination, the grapes remained elusive, dangling high above, seemingly mocking his efforts. The once vibrant vineyard now seemed to echo with his frustration, the wind whispering tales of his fruitless endeavors. His muscles ached, his heart pounded, yet his spirit remained unbroken. The fox, known for his wit and charm, found himself in a battle of wills against an adversary that was merely a cluster of grapes. But these were not just any grapes. They were a symbol of his desire, a test of his resolve. Finally, exhausted and defeated, the fox paused to reflect on his predicament. His gaze lingered on the grapes, his mind clouded with thoughts and questions. Were these grapes truly worth the effort? The fox found himself questioning, as he sat beneath the unyielding vines. He had always been a creature of cunning, using his wits to navigate the world. But this was a different kind of challenge. He had faced physical obstacles before, but this was a battle of desire and reality, a conflict that was stirring within his very being. It was a struggle that went beyond the physical, penetrating into the realm of the psyche. His eyes, once filled with determination, now held a glimmer of doubt. His mind, once consumed by desire, was now buzzing with introspection. As he ruminated, a subtle shift began to take place within him. His gaze softened, his stance relaxed. In the quiet stillness of his contemplation, a realization began to dawn. The fox's eyes widened, his heart pounding with newfound understanding. Perhaps, just perhaps, the grapes were not as desirable as he had first believed. With newfound clarity, the fox turned away from the grapes. The allure of the tantalizing fruit, once so irresistible, now seemed insignificant. He had strived, struggled, and yet the grapes remained out of reach. But in this moment of seeming defeat, a profound understanding washed over him. He understood that not all desires, no matter how tempting, are meant to be fulfilled. He comprehended that the pursuit, the struggle, was sometimes more about proving his own prowess than about the actual grapes. He realized that he had allowed his desire for the grapes to cloud his judgment, to create a dissonance between his reality and his aspirations. This understanding brought him a sense of peace. He found solace not in possession but in acceptance of his limitations, of the reality of life's unreachable grapes. And so, the tale of the fox and the grapes serves as a timeless reminder of the dangers of cognitive dissonance. It tells us that acceptance, understanding, and the courage to walk away can often be the greatest victory. Sometimes what we desire most may not be worth the pursuit. Our clever fox teaches us this through his own experience. He yearned for those luscious grapes, yet no matter how hard he tried, they remained just out of reach. His desire for the grapes was not met with success, but rather with the realization that perhaps they weren't as desirable as he initially thought. This is a classic example of cognitive dissonance. Often we find ourselves in the shoes of the fox, relentlessly pursuing something that may not be worth our time or effort. We convince ourselves that our desires are of utmost importance, yet when we step back and reassess, we realize they may not be as valuable as we made them out to be. Understanding this can save us from unnecessary struggles and disappointments. So remember, like our fox, it's essential to recognize when a desire is not worth the effort, and the importance of accepting that some desires are best left unfulfilled.